Morning, sir. So in this class we are going to discuss about a case study on evolution of electrical vehicle. So first, why this electric vehicle comes, and what is the reasons, and what are the advantages of electrical vehicle, and what are the major applications, right? So first, the invention of electric vehicle is mainly because of drastic reduction of energy, availability of energy resources, and the environmental pollution, right? First, in terms of availability of energy resources. So now there is a drastic reduction in petroleum-based product like petrol, diesel. So then reduction of energy resources, as well as it leads to the environmental pollution. So the major pollution from the automobile vehicle will leads to the toxic emissions is emitted into the atmosphere, right? So this the major toxic emissions like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, and these toxic gases causes major issues to the human beings, animals, and the environment and the plants also. So for that, the entire human being, animals get affected. So for that, to reduce these issues, the researchers have find the alternate fuels instead of the petroleum-based product, and for that, the electric vehicle is comes first, right? So the electric vehicle majorly used batteries and their motors. It is enough to run the vehicle, and majorly it can hold maximum weight as compared to the petroleum-based vehicle, right? So that is the major reasons is created invention of the electrical vehicle. And here we have a short discussion about the electrical vehicle.
So the first thing is while comparing to petrol and diesel vehicles, the main disadvantages of EV vehicle is battery, because battery may be die within 10 years or 15 years. But in petrol engine and diesel engine, it is not like that. We can run over 3 lakhs to 4 lakhs kilometers in single vehicle. So that the battery is the main reason. These are the not even stable, so that it cannot be matched to diesel engine and petrol engine. And the main another main thing is the charging stations. Nowadays there are no mostly only less amount of charging stations are there on all over India. But comparing to the petrol and diesel engines, there are many petrol pumps, so that the energy can be easily restored compared to EV vehicles.
So yes, Manoj said, now we have enough fuels, petrol and diesel. Yes, we can run vehicle up to some extent, but after that we won't have the petroleum-based product. So for that we have to move on to the alternate fuels. For that already we have invented electric vehicle. 5 years, almost 10 years it is over, right? So for the future, definitely we trust definitely there is enough charging station for the electric vehicle, right? And yes, in the petroleum-based product, we are mainly depending on the fossil fuels, petrol and diesels. But for the electric vehicle, we need to have the electric power. For the electrical power, there is a abundant availability of the various resources to generate the electrical power, like wind energy, solar, wind, then hydro, and then thermal power plant. So we have a different power plant, power station to generate the electric power. So with that electric power, we can store in the battery, then we can run the vehicle. So that is the another alternative, the positive behind the electrical vehicle. And what are the advantages of electrical vehicle?
So it gives smoother and instant torque, sir. If, due to its electric motor, it doesn't give the sound like petrol engine starts. Then comparatively, the cost of the fuel is very high when we charge to electric vehicles. Then it gives for the shorter distance it is very useful, sir. But for longer ride it is not available.
So adding to that point, with the work capacity, weight capacity, the petrol diesel vehicle we can withstand the major load, heavy load application. We can use petrol and diesel, and for us a medium load and lower load, we can easily use the electrical vehicle. And what are the applications?
So
before application we have why India is not ready for EVs because lack of charging stations are in India as compared to other countries, sir. And we have high upfront cost than IC engines, sir. The initial cost is very high, so people are not afford the EV vehicles. And battery recycling is also a major role, sir, because the battery recycling is affect the pollution, land pollution. These are all major factors.
Yes, Sangeet concluded very well. With that initial investment, the electric vehicle will have more compared to petrol-based vehicle. Yes, anyhow, we got a great discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.